This is for the Maroons in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. This is for all my Native American Moors of Turtle Island just minding their business in Canada until all this colonization bullshit. Ronnie! My bad, Auntie.
Chill, this is for now.
It's Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the Mic, the nation's sexiest comedian, the nation's #1 side nigga, and the nation's only stripper comedian. Ladies, I'll be touring and I'll be live in a city near you. Make sure you're in the building. Make sure you purchase your tickets. Don't miss out on another amazing sold out show as always. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Hollywood Unlocked as well as all hip hop. Cover this story. Now, we've been talking about Cesar Pina and DJ Envy for quite some time, going back and forth on whether or not Envy deserves some type of culpability when it comes to what we got seeing going on with Cesar Pina and the scamming and all this shit. Well, there's reports coming out that DJ Envy reportedly will cooperate fully with feds and authorities when it comes to the Cesar Pina investigation. Oh, God, this has been reported by Hollywood Unlocked as well as all hip-hop. What do you think about this?
Not surprised. Rat. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. But nah,
Right.
in all actuality, in all realness, I'm not surprised. The more and more this thing goes, man, I don't know for sure, but I just kind of feel like there's been like a little betrayal there. Like maybe DJ Envy wasn't as privy to as much stuff as we think. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's just my hunch. And now he's like, damn, he kind of feels betrayed. And like, look, I'm gonna testify. Like, I ain't had nothing to do with this. I'm gonna testify. And the fact that he is not being brought up on any charges as of yet, because you gotta remember, you're dealing with the feds, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, they're getting everything. They're forensic. Like, they're getting any text, any email. That shit don't disappear. Any wire transfer, anything that could be recorded, they got. And he hasn't been indicted. Only Cesar has been indicted. So that goes to show me that maybe that I do know that they're still allowed to come after him, the people civilly. Like, they're not stopping that. But that's a whole nother thing. Like, the people that were wrong or whatever. But as far as the criminal aspect of it, it's like he ain't included in it at this point in time. So you kind of got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, damn, maybe he didn't know. And when he did the little live stream and he talked about it briefly, and Charlamagne was telling him, don't say nothing. The lawyer said, don't say nothing.
Right.
I kind of believed him.
Yeah.
I really did. I believed him. And, there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with him about. I don't rock with him with certain things. But I kind of believe him. And I'm definitely not surprised. I think his dad's a cop.
Yeah.
He holds no bones about running to the police if anything happens. So I'm just not surprised about it. Now, if he knew about it and he's trying to protect himself, then I think it's some sucker shit. But if he didn't, I can't blame him.
I agree 1,000%. And I was just going to ask you, you pretty much just answered my question. I was going to ask you, if he had unknowing knowledge and he was just a bystander in the situation where, he might have neglected some information that he could have dug deeper into, would this consider DJ Envy a rat in this situation? Nah, right? I don't think it would either, especially if his name is thrown in the mud, he had nothing to do with it, and he's cooperating on information that he knew, and what he knew about the situation, he's not deemed a rat. But let me say this, and right now it's leaning on that side, right? So this is just throwing on the other side. If he found out that he did know, and right now it's out there that he did, he's not indicted like you alluded to, and he's covering his own ass and throwing somebody under the bus so that he's protected, you're getting rat all over the place on this platform because that ain't cool. And that information still has to be figured out. But as of right now, him cooperating with the authorities, like you said, is not surprising by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm not against it, especially if his name's getting thrown in the mud. He had nothing to do with it, and all he's doing is providing what he knew. Cool. But if you throwing out shit that you knew y'all were both doing to kind of take and subjugate what you had going on, we did this, but this was Cesar here. We walked here, but this, man, nah, bro.
And I think that, at the end of the day, what it kind of says about him is that he was greedy. DJ Envy.
Cesar. Okay. Yeah.
And what I mean by that, of course, Cesar, but Envy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because you ain't really do the proper vetting.
Right.
You saw an opportunity. You probably meant well by the seminars and shit, but you didn't, your hands should have been more inside the business than allegedly it was. It should have been deep in there. You should have been, privy to this, because a lot of times on a lot of old videos, we seen that He was promoting a lot of things. He was promoting properties for people to buy. He said, "Come invest with us,"
Talked about it.
and things like that. So I don't think his hands are completely clean. But you should have been more involved, bro. Like, it's no excuse that your hands should have been all up in what was going on, especially if you're taking people's money.
Especially who you are. Because
Exactly.
Don't nobody know Cesar without the envy. Don't nobody know Jose Rodriguez or the mortgage guy or anything without envy.
Yep.
So if you're going to have your name in the front of all of theirs, you should have done at least a little more proper vetting. And if anything he's guilty of, it's not doing proper vetting.
Yeah.
But anything criminal, we're not going to throw that on him yet.
Nah, we got to wait to see. And the fact they've been investigating all this time and they didn't bring him up on no charges.
Right.
I don't think he's going to be brought up on no charges. As much as people want to see him go down, I know there's a large number of people that just don't like DJ Envy. They don't like him.
Yeah.
And they want to see him go down. I don't think you're going to get your wish.
Yeah, not this time.
Nope.
Think of something else. Real quick before we get out of here, we seen Jess Hilarious announce a couple weeks ago that she was on the Breakfast Club. Seen Charlamagne coming out of Power 105, and he looked visibly frustrated. Didn't want to give up a lot of information, but he said, "Nah, that's not the case yet." He wasn't throwing Jess under the bus, so to speak, but he definitely was like, "Nah, we don't have one yet, and I don't know why." What does that say to you? What do you think about that? Because we was applauding Jess when she made that announcement. We think she deserves it. But what does that say to you that she hasn't been announced officially yet? And does that say anything when it comes to the future of the show when you see information like that?
I just think, at first I thought he was like capping, as they call it, or lying, or fronting from our generation says fronting. But he, like I said, looking at his body language, he looked like a real perturbed, frustrated about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that he's been on the show so long, he's part of the staple of the show, the success of the show, that maybe it's a move that he ain't approve. Maybe he ain't really feeling that. And then they asked him about, he want to do any guest host. He said, "Nah, I ain't doing that shit no more."
Yeah.
Because it's a chemistry thing.
Right.
You got different people coming in, if we had people coming in here to fuck up the vibe, to fuck up everything. That's why we said that Angela Yee was such a perfect fit. As annoying as she was, and I saw somebody put it in the comments I think when it was on TMZ, they was like, as annoying or whatever Angela Yee was, she fit perfect with them.
She needed it.
Yeah, and it's like, Jess is great. She still ain't Angela Yee, but I think she's the next best option to Yee. So, you don't want to see people coming in and out, but we'll see how this goes, man. Jess Hilarious. Do you really want to just do that? Like, that's going to take a large portion of your time.
Yeah.
It's going, you might not be able to do a lot of things you were doing before. So you just want to settle in on this job, or do you want to expand your horizons to, blockbuster movies and, comedy special, whatever she's trying to do, or you want to be just a radio host? Not to say you can't do certain things, but remember, they doing this from 3, 4 in the morning to 2, maybe in the afternoon or something like that.
Yeah.
That's taking a large portion of your day. You can't always travel like you want and shit like that. So we'll see. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I agree. I think that chemistry is so undervalued, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, you can have three of the best. Basketball is a perfect example. You can pull players, the best players from all different teams, put them together, create a super team, and that team gets bounced out the second round of the playoffs by a team that's been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
Because chemistry is so important. And when you look at an Angela Yee, and we had our jokes about her in the past, but let me tell you something. We have not seen a Breakfast Club interview or Breakfast Club content that has reached any level close to where it was when them three were together doing their thing. Even the set is dope, and you got to upgrade and you got to evolve, but even the set feels different. Like, the dynamic of that brand is different, and you cannot discount Angela Yee's importance when it comes to that. And it just looks like you got people at the end of their rope. You really do. There's just probably things going on behind the scenes that people aren't happy about. He looked like he was supportive of Jess. At the same time, he made it very clear that nobody's going to ever replace Angela Yee. And it's just, it's crazy. You bring up us. How many times have we had people come in from behind the scenes and suggest, "Oh, you need a girl dynamic, or you need this, or you need that." And it makes sense. It's cool. But when it comes to chemistry, man, this brother been around each other for 30-something, 35-plus years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a chemistry there that we can flow off of, and it's unmatched, So
and then somebody else brings in different. Even if the chemistry's not good, they may bring in different everything. Something that could be off.
Off, right.
They start getting a big head, and I've seen all this type of shit.
Right.
And you don't want that. So, man, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
Yeah, but you can finish.
Nah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say, man. It does make me curious as what's going to happen. And we've been talking about this for years, and we don't wish the downfall of Breakfast Club by any stretch of the imagination, but you just got to see it. The writing on the wall looks clear. Can these two, Charlamagne the God and Envy, sustain something that's been built the last 12 or 13 years? Do they even want to?
Exactly.
Are they at the end of their ropes when it comes to it? And it just kind of, all the ingredients kind of look like we don't got much more time with the Breakfast Club. And if it's not, it was a iconic run. There will be more different types of context that people will absorb, and they'll have their name when it comes to the greatest that's ever done this, when it comes to this media.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, right on time, nigga.
Yeah, word.
Like a maintenance man and shit back there. But yeah. But nah, yeah.